This week, the House unanimously passed the Great Lakes Fish and Wildlife Restoration Act of 2022. It's something that we got to talk about this morning, about what it all means for us here in Michigan. A local congresswoman introduced the bill. She's our good friend, Representative Debbie Dingell, and she joins us now live this morning. It is good to have you with us. Good morning.
Morning. It's good to be with you.
Yes, always good to talk to you. For those who might not be familiar, break down what this legislation is for us and what it means for our state specifically.
So the first time the bill passed was in 1998. And since the bill has passed, there have been more than 148 restoration projects around the Great Lakes that have saved the habitat of the Kirkland warbler. We've seen that come back. The Great Lakes trout numbers have improved. And, you know, we all know how polluted and what was happening to many species, fish, plants, water. And the Great Lakes Restoration Project has ensured that we are protecting 20% of the world's freshwater and 90% of the United States' freshwater.
And that's very important. We have to preserve what we can and take care of what we have here. As far as how this is going to improve our fish and wildlife habitats, can you elaborate on that just a little bit, how the funding will do that?
Well, the way that this gets organized is that there are very specific projects that we go in and identify species that are becoming endangered, which, you know, when you talk about species, it is everything from birds to fish to the plants that are in the surrounding area. Another area, the sea lamprey populations had almost disappeared. We've brought that back. Progress has been made, but we all know that there's still a very significant number of issues that remain. So continuing to fund to protect these Great Lakes, to attack the eagles almost disappeared. You've seen just in our downrivers just how the eagle populations have come back. Or when I went kayaking on the Rouge River, which feeds into the Great Lakes, you know, when you see those Rouge, the smokestacks, but you see the Great Lakes heron or the painted turtle, what we're doing is protecting our Great Lakes resources.
Yeah, and we love being able to see those creatures. Protecting our fish and wildlife habitats, very important to me, obviously very important to you as well, and everybody that lives here in Michigan. So we're certainly thankful for the funding to do that. I do want to switch gears a little bit, though, and talk about the war in Ukraine and your thoughts on the Biden administration's efforts to really try and end this, and also their help for Ukraine. Do you have comments on that?
Look, what we're watching is an unprovoked, unjustified war that, quite frankly, is attacking democracies around the world. The United States has to be part of, with our allies, in helping support the people of Ukraine. Their spirit, you know, everybody thought that they would not make it the first week. We've seen what's happened to Russia. It's a very dangerous war. I don't want to see boots on the ground from our American soldiers, but we've got a responsibility to help support the people of Ukraine and the humanitarian crisis. This 4 million people have had to leave that country. So we will give them more support. We've given them $3 billion already. We are waiting for numbers from the White House that hopefully we will get today. And I do believe that Congress will approve these numbers as well. I don't want anyone to not understand democracies around the world are being threatened. Ukraine is really fighting a war for all democracies, and I strongly support the people of Ukraine.
Well, we always appreciate being able to talk to you, and like you said, we don't want to see boots on the ground there in Russia. We hope that this will come to an end sooner than later. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, thank you so much for talking to us and for all that you're doing to protect our fish and wildlife habitats here in Michigan, and we certainly appreciate you.